Welcome to another edition of Diary of a Wannabe Comedian with me, Belle, a wannabe comedian. You have no idea how many times I've started these podcasts saying, welcome to Diary of a Wannabe Human. You'd think I'd have got used to it by now, but I haven't got used to it yet. So I'd like to begin with creativity is catching. My longtime friend Alexander, who you've heard from several times on this podcast, likes a drink, miserable as sin. That's him. He actually has a YouTube. I couldn't believe it. He sent it to me. He's reviewed 2 Rolex watches. And I think I've said before that he and I bonded over our love of Rolex watches. I've only ever had one. He has had, I don't know how many. He must be in double figures. He likes to buy them and then flip them, as he calls it. But he's now put out a YouTube reviewing 2. He still hasn't subscribed to my YouTube channel, I might say, or liked anything I've done. I, of course, have subscribed. In fact, I doubled his subscriptions. Anyway, moving on. Bit of news about Ramesh Raghunathan. He has teamed up with the Mayor of London, Sadiq Khan, with a campaign called Maaate. I think that's what it is. And it's basically to make sure that men have a word with other men when they're abusing women verbally. I have to say, I think it's a really good idea. I think it's true that violence against women does start with words, without a doubt. So I'm all for it. But I am questioning why Sadiq Khan's doing this. I mean, he says, we want to protect and respect women and girls. And it's like, well, this time last year, you couldn't even define what a woman was. So good luck with that. But as I say, as a general thing, I think it's good. And it's always good to tackle things with comedy. And I'm sure that is what Ramesh Raghunathan will bring to the party. At least I hope so, given he's a comedian. I've got a feeling that he performed at the Cavendish Arms, which is where I am in August, because I've got a competition there. So you never know, maybe some of his little stardust will rub off on me while I'm on that stage. As for some real comedy news, I did a gig last night. I did the Laughter Lab, which is Crouch End, I believe. It was interesting. I was first out, which actually I don't mind. I find it a bit of a challenge. The room was filled with, let me get this right, there were 14 comedians, but at that point, not all of them had turned up, and the MC. So it should have been 15. Got a feeling there was about 4 missing. So there's probably about 11 people in the room, including me, maybe 12. And that's what I performed to. And they were just comedians. And most of them had heard my set before. So, yes. What did I learn from that? I did learn that my new joke, I told a new joke about my knee. And it is quite niche. But it did appeal to, I would say, 2 people laughed at it. Now, there was a guy there last night who I've gigged with before, know him quite well, Henning Nielsen, nice chap. And he was telling me that somebody told him that if you tell a joke and only a few people get it, you should keep it in, because those few people are the ones that are most likely to start a clap pause later on. Now, the guy that specifically laughed at my joke did actually start clapping at one later on. So I think there's something in that. I'm going to take that one on board. Anyway, I'm going to try it out. I've got another gig later on in the week, so I'm going to try it out again. It's a bit niche, but hey, 20% of the audience laughing, that's good enough for me. Now I'm off to see Comedy Dan, going for some dinner, see what he's been up to, because I haven't seen him for ages, certainly pre-knee. He won't recognise me running up to see him. Well, I'm not quite running yet, but give it time. Much love and gratitude.